guys, Rickshaw here. It was the dark of the moon on the 6th of June. We're gonna have a convoy. We look like we got some big storm coming our way. We're getting stuck between a low pressure cell again and another low pressure cell. It's not a hurricane yet, but I think it's coming. Careful, buddy, my little buddy. Really, you can feel the heat outside. It's cooking us, but we got some good news today. At least I did. My wife's snoozing, so she didn't see it. But we got the company that we dealt with. They sent me a link, and when this link came, nothing would click on it. Well, I didn't know that it's because nothing was happening yet. Well, down on the bottom right, there's a box, and it said your visa is being processed for delivery now. So apparently it's going to be getting delivered. So there was nothing to click on. It was just that was the information they had. So looks like that's going to be coming within the week, because they said it only takes a couple of days. Now we have to pick it up. When you do your visa, at least if you use this company, there's going to be a section where they say, do you want it delivered to this place, or you want it to come to your house? Well, you want it to come to your house. We're going to have to go pick it up in Batanga City, and from what it says, it has to be my wife picks it up, and she has to have 2 forms of ID. And that seems to me really silly, because the visa's in the passport, and her picture is right there. You know. Go figure. Just go figure. But that's how they're doing it. But not too much else is going on. We're just chilling right now. We're making our plans for the trip. I'm not booking anything yet, but we're making our plans. Let's go this way, Maddie. Hey, fellas. And tell that visa's in our hot little hands. And my sweetie still, even though, let's say if we had it today, she said she still wants the kids to get out of school, so they finish. And that's not long. We're heading up on that. That's only a couple weeks from now. So that's gonna be good. I did order some shoes. My buddy sent me a place that makes these nice shoes. And I thought, okay, I'm going to try them. And I ordered them. I ordered the size 47. That's supposed to be 14. They're a touch on the narrow side, but I also got a deal from the same company on socks. I got some real thin silk socks coming with it. And that was, you got 10 pair of the socks if you bought the shoes for half price. So I ordered socks from, well, the socks didn't come yet. Shoes came, and I'll tell you what, I was really surprised. For like 15 bucks, I was really surprised at how nice of shoes I got. The stitching was fantastic on them. The leather looks and smells good. The whole interior is padded leather, and then it's got it's got like a sewn and bonded sole, and it just seems really nice. I'll have to get the name, maybe put it in the link. And it didn't take too long. I just ordered them, and poof, you know, they're here already. So that's pretty nice. All these years I could never get shoes, anything to fit, and now all of a sudden I can, you know, I'm finding stuff. People are helping me out to find stuff. I'm glad I have the channel, and it's moving right along. But watched a little bit of the news with things going on, and getting information here and there. Chris Christie's still fat. Well, he's actually fatter. They got all these people running, Pence is running, and all this stuff, and it's like, these guys don't have a chance in hell. You know what I mean? And my goodness, if you wanted to eat like, you know, if you were owned a Mr. Donut, or you owned a Fat Burger or something, maybe you'd vote for Christie, because he would come and buy your food, and there'd be a lot of other fat people in the world coming to your store. But you know, he's an idiot and a nobody. I don't think any of these guys got a chance with the vote, but time's going to tell. I think I was talking to a buddy, and he said before the election things are going to get bad and there's going to be trouble. And you know something? I think he's right. I think it's going to, it's not turning into where people can have a discussion about what's going on. They've just so cemented their side into one side or the other that I think there's going to be trouble. I think he's right. I think he's 100% right. And if we do go my wife and I were talking about it, filed for the SS, late of course. I should have filed quite a while ago, but filed late. That's coming through. It'll be a few months yet. We're going to get all the back dough for it. And I'm thinking of just pounding that away. And hopefully we can do a trip every year. I'd like these kids to see my country and my wife too. And since her visa is a 10-year and she can do 6 months at a time, I'd like to spend some more time there. I would like to, travel around and see the country. And that's gonna, that money's really gonna help to do that, because it's gonna be a super nice amount. I got maximum my whole life, so I don't know what the amount is. I never saw any kind of anything on that. They don't do much information for that. There's the little loud puppies. Look at the barkers. Yeah, dang. Little noise makers. So that's might be coming. It might happen pretty soon. Everybody's doing good. Ronald is out. He's home for sure. I talked to him. He sent me a big long thing on the channel about don't down this. Hey guys, I'm just warning you. It's nothing about downing. There's other places here. It's just the place I'm in is what I'm talking about. This place right here, I'm never coming back here. They've jaded me so bad they can kiss my ass. I never want to come around here again. I want nothing to do with this demented land that built the house. And that's it. Ronald, I ain't talking about the whole of Philippines. I'm talking about here. So apparently I don't know if he got that or not, but you come here, you're on your own. If you come here and stay, you've been warned. And any place you go, guys, any place you go here in the Philippines, if you get somebody else to build your house and you're not on them, you're screwed. They're going to do the cheapest, crappiest bullshit they can do. And it's not just here. I've seen it in other places, how they do in the Philippines. If you're not looking, they'll do the shoddiest crap. I went to work for an electrician when I first got here. I golfed with the guy. Didn't think too much of him, but I went out and I'm looking at this job, and I'm thinking, man, he's got so many people here. He had all these foremen and all these workers, and they're using antiquated equipment, and he's doing this, and I'm looking at this going, shit, he had a bid for quite a while. I could have done the whole thing by myself in less time than he had a bid for. I kid you not. Well, I looked at the prints and everything, and I was talking to the manager of the place, and looked it all over, and he brought me into his office and shown me. He was going around with a camera and taking pictures of all the crap shit that every morning they would come in, they would have to fix. And I said, wow, you caught all this since the job started? He said, no, you're not. That's what was from yesterday. He said, I got more pictures over here in the file from the day before, and the day before that, the day before that. This is what you're going to get here. You just get that here. They'll hide stuff, do foul work, but the problem is, if a dude has a pair of linesmans and he plugged in a receptacle one day, he's an electrician. If he turned on a faucet, he's a plumber. It's just what they do. If he picked up a block and it didn't break in his hand, he's a mason. This is how they do it. Not all of them, guys. It's not all of them like that, but it's the bulk of it. So be very wary of that. And if you're going to come here, build a house, I keep saying to everybody, don't come here and just say, I'm moving where my wife, my beautiful little wife, we're going to settle right here. Don't do it. Don't do it, guys. Look where she lives. Be a man and say, honey, you know something? I'm here. I don't think much of this. The first place that my wife and I went was her area, and we moved there. And guys, it was a shithole. It was a shithole. You'd come out of your place every morning, 10, 12 piles of dog shit all over, just absolutely crappy. Water for 2 hours a day. You know, we lived in a Freddie Flintstone hut. Just was horrible. And we moved out of there. We got to a better place. And of course, I made a mistake picking this one. You know, we didn't get a chance to come down here because the convict hit is what happened to us. We got convicted. That's what happened. So we wound up, because before we moved here, when we were just talking to the builder, I thought this would be a cool area. I wanted to move here. This was before convict. I wanted to come here. And she's no. And I said, well, come on, let's move and see there. And I should have put my foot down and said, look, I'm paying for this. Let's go. And I didn't. So don't let them walk all over you, your own mate. You know, you decide what you want. Move around, check out the area, find something like Gary. Gary's been here a few years. He moved all around. He actually told me Dumagetti sucks. And he moved around. He got a place here, place there. He moved around. Now finally he found a place he really liked. He bought a house. He's fixing it up. It's a nice house. He sent me pictures. It's beautiful. He's doing okay, by the way. And I would recommend doing it like that. Now the house that he got, it was built by a family that wound up not wanting to stay in the Philippines. They wanted to go back to Europe, I think they were from, instead of staying here. And that's Filipinos. Filipinos returning to their own homeland saying, you know what, screw this place. And it happens a lot, guys. They think, oh boy, I'm going to move. And something that nobody's talking about here. I've not seen a single vlog on it. If somebody sees it, let me know. But there is an anti-foreigner sentiment now that's running really deep. Like Ronald was saying on there, you know, hey, you know, this is a place, I've been there and it was so wonderful and all that. Well, wait a minute, you ain't been here in a while. It's getting deeper. Now, if you're out in the provinces, it's not so bad. In Mindoro, it's not like that. But you get in these areas, these city areas, I'm not kidding you. It's an anti-foreigner sentiment that was cultivated for 6 years with the last dude that was running the show. And it hasn't changed. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. Talk to the guys who have been here, not the guys who came and visited for a month. You're not going to see it when you're here for a month. It's not going to happen. You're going to say, oh, it's lovely and there's fairy tales. And I saw unicorns crashing among the sunflowers and the beautiful sunshine. That's what they're going to say. And then the guys who have been here long term, you start to see through the bullshit. You start to see through that these people, there's a lot of them now that they've convinced, the government has convinced them to hate you because they want to get the Reds in here. That's been a long time like this. There was 6 years of a huge push for that, guys. And it's not going away. Now they got a different dude in there, and he's going to have his 6 years. Is he going to change it? We'll see. You know, time will tell. You have to be here, boots on the ground, to see this crap. So don't buy into all these pie in the sky channels. Serious, guys, they're so full of shit. They're like a Christmas bird. I'm not kidding you. I do. I watch some of the channels and people send me stuff and they're, oh, we went to the shop and it was so wonderful and I got everything. It was so cheap and it felt so good. And there's a dude right over here that does that. He's here. He's in Lipa. He does that about how wonderful he is. And then when you go over to his neighborhood where he lives, it's his dog poop everywhere. There's speed bumps around his house, and it's full of dog poop. So don't buy into it, guys. But I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Don't forget to pray for each other. And this is Rickshaw out.